And we realize that at our core, we have this tendency in our lives to put forward a front, to pretend we are what we're not. And Jesus has a word for that in the world of religion. It's called hypocrisy. You know, hypocrisy is an interesting thing when you think about it. How does someone end up as a hypocrite? I mean, no one sets out to be a hypocrite, right? I mean, it's not like you wake up one morning and say, I'd really like to become a hypocrite. How do you get there? See, what you have to realize about hypocrisy is it actually is born out of an earlier and more foundational misunderstanding. It actually grows out of an earlier and more foundational religious mistake. And that is this idea that God accepts me on the basis of my good works. And when you think that God accepts you on the basis of your good works, you set out to be good. The problem is you find out very quickly that you're not. We set out to be good. Isn't that what religion is about? To be good? And I set out to be good, and I quickly realize I'm not good. And then I'm faced with a decision. What do I do then? When religion's about being good, but I'm not good, I fake it. You know what's crazy about hypocrisy is, of course, hypocrites know God sees, right? I mean, it's common sense. So the sad state of the hypocrite is that he's reduced to simply trying to impress other people. What a sad state to be in. That's this second son. This is the pretender. Now, truth be told, there's some of you here this morning that are hearing this second son described, and you're hearing all this description about sort of living a life where you project yourself as better than you are, and you're hearing that and you're saying, that is me. I am that person. And if that's you this morning, then there's a word that can describe you. And by the way, that's all of us on one level. But if you're finding yourself that that's the way you view life and that's the way you view religion, there's a word that describes your life, and we know what it is. You are exhausted. There is nothing more tiring than exhausting than living a life that's a fraud and a fake, wondering if someone's going to see the crack in the disguise and look behind the mask and see who you really are. Jesus says, I've got a better option for you than that life. There's a better choice than being a pretender. In fact, that's where Jesus takes us to the first son and says, here's what I want you to be. I want you to be a repenter.